So, oh, Mr. Carter had texted me.
How's he doing?
I sent him a picture of the turkey.
We should have put bandages on the turkey.
No, that would have been fucked up. Adding insult to injury.
I guess so. You should see the turkey.
We bring the turkey and lay it on his head. That'd be so messed up. But like,
lay it on his what?
Lay it on his head. Or mount it to his head.
Oh, his hood. I thought you said
No. Sit it on the bike and use it as a windshield.
Oh my god. Hey, since you crashed the bike, here's the turkey head.
It was the replacement windshield. But no, you wanna hear the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to me?
Huh.
The most embarrassing thing. This is so funny. Okay. So, I was 17, and since I started having kidney stones, like I would drip piss basically. So I'd pee on myself like a normal person, you know? No, like for real. This is 100% true. So I was 17, and I'd piss on myself like an old person since I was like 14. But I finally got tired of it because it's like every single time, like I'd basically have to stand there and jack myself off to like get all the pee out, like for real. And yeah, I finally got sick of it. I was 17, about to be 18. I think I was a couple weeks, like a month away from being 18. And I tell my parents, and I say, hey, like I'm dripping pee, like I need this to stop, like, you know, all of that. Okay? So she was like, all right, let's go to the urologist. And I was like, okay, we'll see what they have to say. Well, we go in there, and they're talking about something. They're naming names. I don't know what's going on. I'm just sitting there, and they say, come back in 2 weeks. All right? So my mom really didn't give me the laydown about, like, what was about to happen. All right? So we go home. 2 weeks roll around. Well, I'm like 1 week away from my birthday. So we get there, and we get called to the back, and she's like, all right, you can have it, like, lay down here on this, like, you know, the beds in the doctor's office, in the urologist. So I laid down. I was facing the opposite way of my mom, and before all that, she was like, how old are you? And I was like, 17, I'm 18 in a week. And she was like, okay, your mom has to stay in the room. And I was like, she was like, are you okay with that? Like, no, she asked me if I was okay with it, and then she asked my age. So I was like, I don't care. But I didn't know what was about to go down. She was like 20, blonde. She was training, okay? So.
She was what?
She's like training at the urologist. She's like a school student. So she's in there, and she's like prepping and stuff. And she says, lay down on the bed, but pull down your pants, basically. So I was like standing there in shock and still not knowing like what is actually about to happen. She says, pull down your pants and lay down on the bed. And the only time a girl ever says that to you is like whenever you're about to fuck. But like, I don't know. So I do it. I pull my pants down and I lay on the bed. I'm facing the opposite way of my mom. Like my mom's sitting right here, and I'm facing right towards the wall. And there was a bathroom. Like
she's facing one wall, you're facing the other.
No, she's facing towards me. I'm facing towards that wall just in front of her.
Oh, okay.
But it was like at an angle. But so I was thinking to myself, like 100,000 thoughts went through my head right now. I was like, all right, so let me assess this situation really quick. My mom is in the room. There's a smoking hot blonde with huge tits, about 20 years old, telling me to pull my pants down and get on this bed. I don't know what the fuck is about to happen, but I hope to God I do not pop a boner. So that was my number one thing. It's just mission stay soft, like for real, like Charmin. I couldn't let anything.
Whose phone is ringing?
I think that's just the chair.
Oh, that's the chair.
But I couldn't, like, I had to stay soft. Well, she's like, at this point, I'm there, laying on the bed. She's like, looking at it. She isn't touching it. She's just putting on gloves. And then the doctor comes in, the urologist. All right, so this is a middle-aged, 55-year-old dude. He graduated with my dad. Like, for real. He, like, legit graduated with my dad. He comes in, he's putting on gloves, and he was like, do you know what we're about to do today, Caleb? And I was like, nah, I don't really, like, what's the rundown? He's like, all right, are you sexually active? I said, no. And he said, okay. He said, because if you weren't, we weren't going to get to use the numbing cream. And I was like, what's about to happen? And he's like, all right, we're going to take this camera on the end of this metal rod and shove it through, like, your penis and run it up to your, like, urine to check and see if there's, like, anything wrong since you passed all these stones. And if we numb it, like, we can't see STDs and stuff like that because that's the same process that they check for that, apparently. So I was, like, in shock, and he was like, he looked at me. This dude was cool. He's funny. He looked at me with 2 metal rods, and he said, which one do you want to try first? And I was like, what do you mean? He said, well, if one doesn't fit in the hole, like, we got to take it out and try another, like, a different size. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah. I said, I don't know. You're the doc. And he said, we're going to go with this one. He was, like, fondling with my penis. Both of their hands were just looking at my penis and on it and stuff at this point. And I'm still saying soft. It's good. And he's like, we're going to go with this one. So he hooks the thing up, runs the camera to the USB, and there's a laptop sitting where my mom can see it, like on the desk, right by the bathroom. And it's like what they're going to use to see. And he's like, I was like, is this, like, going to hurt? And he was like, you might feel a slight pinch. And I was like, all right. Well, he pinches that, like, the head of my wiener, just, like, you know, the side to, like, open my hole, and he sticks this thing in, and he just shoots it down my wiener. And my like, jaw, literally, this was my face. Dead at the wall. He had that thing in there for like 10 minutes just looking around. It got to the point where, like, I was so out of it, like, it looked like I was stoned, you know, whenever I get out of it. But, like, I was just so out of it, like I wasn't there. And I was just staring at this wall because I felt like my manhood got stripped, basically, through, like, the situation that was going on. And he was like, it got to the point where everybody in the room was, like, cheering me on because my mom was, like, looking at the screen and they all saw that I was in, like, despair and, like, shocked out of my mind. But, like, they were like, look. My mom was like, look, it's inside of me. And I was like, ah, it's weird. So he pulls it out, and this is, like, the worst part of the story. He pulls it out, and immediately, I didn't know this, but I guess guys have, like, G-spots too, and I just start fucking oozing cum. Soft as fucking Charmin, just oozing cum out of my cock. Couldn't move. Looked down and just looked back up at the wall. My mom was still sitting over there. Her and the nurse were talking, so not only, well, at least I got off, apparently, but but she was talking to my mom, and I said, she was like, all right, do you need anything? And I was like, I need to go to the restroom. The restroom was right there. My mom was still sitting. I get up, okay? My pants are still down to my ankles, okay? I get up. Ass towards you is ass towards her. I get up, stand, cum just oozing all the way down in my thing, and I'm just walking to the bathroom. Can't even move, just dripping. It's like hitting my legs and stuff, sticking to my legs. But yeah. That's basically it. That's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me in front of my mom's.
Damn.